first try. 'Cause new strats.
What is a new strat? I've kind of been out of the scene for a little bit.
You do Plazanet first, and during the getting the pizza box cutscene, you exit out of the game and then go to Swing Factory.
Okay.
It saves like
Interesting.
2 or 3 seconds, I think, but... Oh, and there's the print screen thing, too.
Oh yeah, the thing that I suggested.
Ooh, you... The man responsible. The man behind it all.
I'm surprised it worked, because when I messed around with it initially, nothing really happened.
That's interesting.
I'm glad you're able to get some use out of it. That's great.
It saves, like, a lot of time.
Yeah, I checked the leaderboards and it's like 10 something.
Oh, we're live.
Oh, hello.
Alright. Okay, I'm gonna count down from 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so this is Noid 2. This is a fan-made game made for Game Jam 2017 in inspiration of Domino's Pizza's mascot in the late 90s, I believe? Not entirely sure on the time period. Alright, so that platform usually doesn't do that, but today it just decided to screw me over, I guess. This first level is supposed to be based off of New York, I guess. And the water levels can be ultra finicky sometimes, as you need to get across certain cycles to get to the end of the level in a reasonable amount of time to get onto a moving platform in time, which is a mouthful. One very interesting thing about this game that you'll notice right away is the wall jumping and the wall running, which usually aren't in 3D cheesy platformers like this, if you get the pun. Cheesy platformer. Usually not in cheesy platformers like this, because they're reserved for more Sonic-type games. And that's the end of New York, which is the first level. We obtain the yo-yo, which is our main grappling mechanic, which almost completely breaks the game when you think about it. It's kind of crazy how much it can really screw some stuff over in the game. You skip a lot of stuff. Oh wait, forgot about the new route, but you know what? We're gonna do the old one now that I'm over here. Normally you would go to a different level first, but I got distracted by muscle memory trying to talk. This is the Swing Factory, probably one of the most notable skips in the game. I'm not going to do the fast skip because I'm not good at it, but I will do the marathon safe strat. Right here, there is a skip. Right, see that factory door? Screw that, we're not gonna do that. If I can... There we go. Normally you would have to spend like 5 minutes inside of the factory to get up here. But using wall jumps and the wall running mechanic, we can skip it almost entirely. Except for this ending section, of course. Okay. Sometimes it'll just do that. And that's really unfortunate, but what are you gonna do? Alright. I like to point out that, every time you collect a pepperoni, it's Scott from the Hatsune Miku Domino's commercial saying pizza. You will find out the significance of that later, but for now I will be a bit hushed on the plot because it all comes together at the end. You'll have to see.
Pizza.
Pizza. This section can be a little... It is really weird because of how the moving, rotating platforms work. Sometimes I'll be able to make it up to this platform on that one side of the box, and sometimes I'll completely fall off. But that is the end of that level. That was Swing Factory, and It used to be a huge run killer. Just because of that skip. But I do the safe one. So. Oh, and you can dab. I feel like that's worth mentioning. Normally in my runs, I will have a dab counter up on my live split, so whenever I press the right analog trigger, it will put an extra little 1 on my dab counter. As you can see, I can skip a whole little section there just by wall running on weird textures. Okay, this is Domino Dungeon. This is by far the level I practiced for most before going into this run, because it has 3 skips, which I don't believe have names. I just call them Domino Skip, and I will demonstrate. Nice, first try. So, if you go really below a swinging point and try to swing back up, the game doesn't know what to do with all of your momentum, and it swings you up.
That was amazing.
First try Domino Dungeon. This might redeem myself from that awful Swing Factory mess up, but usually if you get Domino Dungeon first try, you're on for a very good pace because of how hard those strats can be, especially that first one. Second and third aren't nearly as hard. And now we move on to what, in my opinion, is the best level in the game, just objectively. Because it's got a great soundtrack, it's just good. I think that's a good way to put it. Alright.
Plus, this level has all the mushroom people.
Yeah.
Who are the best characters.
I won't debate you on that, but I won't say it's true either. So, right now, we're technically out of bounds, even though there is something out of those walls that you are technically allowed to get to. Alright, this skip, I have to adjust my hand grip for. Okay, I didn't get it first try. Now, you may be thinking, Yosh, dude, did the game just freeze? Are you dropping frames? No, my good sir. I have pressed the print screen button, and for some reason in Unity, it will freeze the game and you can clip through the death barrier, skipping 30 seconds of the level. And now we have 2 extra keys, even though we're only supposed to have, oh, I don't know, 0. And we can enter the next section with 2 extra keys, which saves even more time. That's why this level is pretty cool. And then we get to go to space. Because, you know, why not? Can rotate the camera around. It's very cool. Shoutouts to Moonbase Alpha. And then we arrive at the second section of Plazanet, which is Noid. And this little section is the one where we skip 2 of the keys, only grabbing... Do I have... Okay, I have 4. I just wanted to check how many I had. And then we grab this one. This platforming section can be very finicky with its cycles, because right now I have to wait for this platform to fully rotate. These blocks can be very whack. So, alright. That was a good Plazanet. It wasn't great, but it was pretty good. Now, we have collected enough pizza to build a pizza tower up to the heavens. The Noid shall ascend on this fine day. Let's just get one of these. That didn't do anything, but I felt like it was important.
Soon we shall learn more about the wonderful lore of this game.
The wonderful backstory and all the lore of this game. It all comes to a tightly knit conclusion in this level. The Void Core. There is a thing that you can do where you clip through the door by dabbing into it, which is a really good strat, but I don't know how to do it. I should have learned before I came to this marathon. So this is
Dab strat.
question mark, question mark, question mark. This level is fairly ominous, but in a cool way. Let's see if I can get a fast climb. Nice. That strat's kind of weird sometimes. Oh, I was hanging onto the edge. I didn't even realize that. So this is Mike Hatsune. So I don't know how fast you can read, but Mike Hatsune is proclaiming to the Noid that he is a dead mascot and he does not even deserve to be a Pizza Hut mascot. I like to acknowledge that pun. The vocal Noid is the spiritual successor to the Noid made by Mike Katsune and erased the world before him. It's very deep. This is a good model. Alright.
Deep and emotional lore.
Deep in it really is a tearjerker, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
This boss fight, shoutouts to the programmers, it really does replicate the feeling of a cheesy, like, licensed game, but this fight is pretty whack. These dice are not the best controlled things, and they don't always hit. So I'll be happy if I get a good mic fight. The goal of these little sections is to not touch the blue stuff, or it'll electrocute you and you have to restart the sequence. Blues is around 15 seconds. It's totally not rad.
Zach wants to know what your dabs per minute is.
I will showcase my dabs per minute at the end of the run when I have dialogue to mash through. You will see, Zach. Just wait and see. I messed it up trying to be stylish. I blame Zach. Shoutouts to Zach. I'm very sorry about the minimal amount of dabs I've been showing. I will try to improve that. This cycle is very weird because of the way the blocks on the ground are arranged. You can't really get too close to the edge because of them. There we go. I believe the most dabs I've ever had in one run is around 1,500. Could probably go higher though.
Wow. That's incredible.
That's just me straight up dabbing the whole run, so. Alright. This should be the last hit. Alright. Time ends when the dialogue is over. And now you will see my dabs for a minute as I aggressively mash my controller. The first domino has fallen and your fate is set in motion. Time.
Rest in peace, Mike Hatsune.
Domino's Pizza. Thank you guys for watching Noid 2 Enter the Void. It's a really great speed game that only took me like a week to learn. It's a very quick pickup, and there's a lot of elaborate movement tricks to learn, and it's overall just a really fun game to play, regardless of speedrunning it or not.
I would definitely recommend everybody play this game, even like you said, if you're not a speedrunner. It's very well made, and it was made in only 1 month.
It was made
which is incredible.
It was made in only a month, which is the crazy part. It controls like a godsend. And that was Noid 2. Like, comment, and subscribe.
Alright, we'll go ahead and get set up with the next run here.